Taurus, and Lola, and Beautiful. And Jesus.
Hey everybody, how you doing? It's been a while. I just got back yesterday from the shore. So we are back in business. Have a nefarious theme to start a stream with. But we're gonna be doing a continuation of a piece I did before. I will show it on stream real quick. If I can remember what the fuck I called it. It's the thing. I believe 2 weeks ago, or like last week, I honestly forget. I did this piece, where I drew all the water rivals from Rivals of Aether 2 in, different art styles, so I'm gonna be doing the same thing today with the fire rivals. How was the shore? Shore's great! I had a lot of fun. We went down to the boardwalk a few times, and you know, it was just generally, it was a really good time. But hang on, let me just see where my... Okay, that's pretty centered, so I think that'll be fine for stream. I think the first character I'm gonna try and draw is gonna be Forsburn. So let me get up a ref for him. And Forsburn is honestly probably one of the more difficult characters to convert into a different style because he's very cool looking. And I think he's just the character that is so uniquely like, you know, Rivals of Aether that it's honestly a little bit hard to like really like give him a like different style design, but I can try for sure. This is what he looks like if you're not familiar with the character, by the way. He's a really cool hyena that like is very deceptive and like has a lot of smoke tricks. He's always been one of the better characters in the game too, I'm pretty sure. He does have a stand. It's himself. It's his little clone. So we're gonna do a Girona! Oh, we got Girona. Is that a follow? Yep, Mega Bunny 33. Thank you for following. We're gonna be doing a kind of unique thing here. We're gonna be doing, I believe for this we're gonna be doing Batman the Animated Series. I did just watch Mask of the Phantasm again with my friends, and I really enjoyed it. It's one of my... BTAS is one of my favorite shows, so I'm always happy to watch stuff like that. The only problem is how to do a face, because there aren't a lot of like furry characters in BTAS. Hey Victor, sure is great. I could use Catwoman as a cat. There is one episode where yeah, there's this big guy. And like we could use this as a reference, I feel like. If I just flip it around. Because I know what I want this to look like in my head. It's just I feel like it's gonna be a little bit tough, actually getting there. So let's start. Let's start with the eye. And we'll work our way from there. Maybe like a, you know, what am I talking about? There's actual fucking hyenas. I forgot. There's a hyena guy, Batman Beyond. Yeah, fucking wolf. There's a fucking wolf from Batman Beyond. Alright, so that's good to know. think this would actually be a better ref for like, yeah, he's a funky ass guy. He's a funky looking guy. But I'm probably not gonna do like the standard like shaded shade eyes. I'm probably gonna give him just like, you know, generic like, yeah, I think that looks better. I think that looks more stylistically accurate for what I'm going for. How do I do it? I study really hard for what I want out of the style, and then I just kind of do it. I don't even say I'm not good at it, honestly. Like there are definitely things I could do better, I think. But really, it really all comes down to shape language, I feel like. Oh no, I fucked up that line. Damn it. There. And we're just kind of blocking it out right now. I forgot there are like actual fucking hyenas in the Batman universe because of like Harley and stuff. Like, because they laugh. They're like, ah ha ha ha. And you know, Joker and Harley's whole thing is that they're tricksters. So I don't know if it would be that round. I feel like it would be more angular than that. Yeah. That's why I'm kind of looking at like the Phantasm too. Yes, PSA, if you are a streamer on Twitch, at all, go in your settings right now and turn off that opt-in setting to generative AI. Do it right now. Because if not, you are surrendering like basically all of your streams to be like used by Twitch for like generative AI training, and that's really bad. So don't do that. I almost only streamed on YouTube today. Because I'm like, bro, fuck this. Like, originally I would have been like, that sucks, but like, like, at least we can opt out. But the CEO response made me pissed off. I was like, come on, bro, really? I might redo the eyes. I think the eyes look a little bit too Dilly-esque. They look a little bit... I mean, obviously everything I draw is going to look like my art style, because I'm the one drawing it, but like... I know I can definitely make this look. You guys are too wide, I think. Yeah. A little too close. We'll experiment with this. I'm starting with Forsberg first because he's probably going to be the hardest one to do. So we'll start with him first. Think about it, we could probably give him the Scarecrow eyes, actually. I feel like that would look better. Yeah, let me try that. Hang on. They look weird, but in like a good way. Yeah, so now see, that looks cool. That looks cool. Because it's me. Yeah. Space is a little round, hang on. Actually, no, that's fine. I want to give him a cooler pose, low-key, but like, Forsberg poses are a little bit funky because he's always hunched over, so it's like you really gotta keep that in mind when you're drawing him. But what I can do is, yeah, I'm just hang on. I'm gonna keep in mind the shape here. What's really helpful is that actually, weirdly, Forsberg and Wolf have very similar builds. So I'm glad I remembered this character existed, because otherwise I feel like this would look very wrong. I'm gonna do an outstretched arm. He's probably gonna be holding like his dagger. Wait, what hand does he hold the dagger in? Okay, he holds it in his left hand. Loki, I forgot. We'll draw the dagger too, why not? That's a shitty looking dagger. Hang on, I'll do that later. The other armor is probably gonna be a little bit of a lame pose. But I think that's fine because it's supposed to look like, yeah, I'm going off of this, so. Let me just see how his general, like, he's gonna be naked for a little bit, but it's fine because he's a hyena, so it's like, it's not like you're gonna be seeing anything scandalous. I think in general, Forsberg is like kind of one of the more like feral-looking characters on the roster, despite being capable of speech. He just wears a loincloth, mostly. He's still wearing more than his brother, though, which is funny to me. I'm not really sure what style I want to do for Zaraburn yet, which is why I'm doing Force first, because otherwise I would do Zetter first, but... let me make him a little bit taller. Alright, I know how to make this pose a little bit cooler. Hang on. That looks a little weird. Hang on. Let me look at his hands. It is a tough style for me, admittedly, because I did want to challenge myself a little bit with this one, because BTAS and Batman Beyond, especially Batman Beyond, are very angular. Not as angular as Samurai Jack, which I'm capable of. You saw my Rano, but like like it's very angular but also very round. Like the faces are mostly angular, and then it kind of becomes round around the back area, and then but the front is very angular, especially with the men. The women are a little bit rounder because Bruce Timm is a gooner. I'm proud of it, but like yeah. So he's gonna be like swinging with his. He's gonna be like swinging with his dagger right here. In fact, let me make it look more like he's swinging. Here. What's the tip of his? Okay, that's really weird. It's like Flintstone style. Oh, that would have been fun to do. I will do my best to not make it. Hang on, this looks too much like he's holding dick and balls. Let me don't want to get demonetized. Even though I'll probably get demonetized for the music I'm playing, but still, don't want to get demonetized for that reason. Well, if he's swinging it, wouldn't it make sense for him to hold the other one? That's better. Have I done the Loud House style yet? No, I haven't really found the character that would fit that yet, Big. Maybe one of the air characters? I do have a Nickelodeon style in mind, but that will be later. Alright, let me get him his loincloth, hang on. Let me look at just Batman. Like his general design. Because it'll help me out, like figuring this out. Yeah. This song is still so good, man. I think Brawl's soundtrack is one of the best of all time. Which is kind of cheating because, like, you know, it's a remix soundtrack, but like... Man, I love Super Smash Brothers, bro. It's so good. I don't care if it's competitive slop. It's awesome. Alright, we got there. He's very tall, but, I mean... I might redo that arm, actually, which means I have to redraw the dagger. I redo that arm, because it just kind of looks like he's just like, look at my dagger. I want it to look more like he's swinging it. Actually, you know what? Maybe I don't have to redo that arm. Maybe it's this arm, actually. Yeah, it looks that's a lot more natural. So I'm gonna add a little bit more hair there because it only makes sense. It makes sense to me that his hair would be like down there. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna delete the parts of his body that would be hidden by a loincloth, and we're just gonna. Oh, hang on. There's a major problem here. You can still see his crotch. There you go. I fixed that. Okay. That was an easy fix. We're gonna just remove that. Force nuts. I'm so serious. I'm thinking really hard about this one for no apparent reason. I don't really know. I think I just want to do this style justice because it's one of my favorite shows. Let me make this look more stylistic. I just need to look up like BTAS Batman punching, and I'll find a riff. Yeah, okay. Hands are definitely a little bit tough when it comes to like these styles because you can draw hands in so many different ways. Does he have? I think he only has 3 fingers. Not counting the thumb. Oh right, these aren't the same layer. Hang on. Let me change that. Body for mom, Helios. So what's this way? That's a crazy thematic transition. I do agree. I think the smaller ads was a good idea. Alright, I'm pretty satisfied with this sketch, so I'm gonna try and color him in. I might need a better ref of him that doesn't cover his torso. Hang on. Come on, I know furry artists love this guy. There's gotta be a ref of him with his chest exposed. Oh wow, I completely fucked up the loincloth. Okay, hang on. Well, actually, no, I didn't. I was really close. I mistook parts of the dagger for his loincloth. He also has a little bit of a bone pattern on the ring, which is interesting to me. That's a cool design. I do like Forrest. I don't really like his playstyle that much. I tried him, but it was too... I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. I am just a masher. I'll play his brother. Maybe, but... Or his granddaughter. Who I will draw later, by the way. It will get included. I could go a few different ways with this color palette, because his original color palette is very funny looking, I will say. He's like, he's poop. Why is he poop? But, also, let me get all these refs. Let me get all these ref images and, like, combine them, so I can just... Where's the other one? I'm just gonna merge these layers together, so we can just play them all at once. Let me think about how I want to do this real quick. See, because there's a few different ways I could do this. I will say I'll probably go with, kind of like a scarecrow-y palette. I don't think this is an accurate ref, though. Hang on, let me... That seems a little bit bright. That's better. And for, I think for his main fur palette, I'm just gonna go with the 2 hyenas that Harley has. Do kind of like a Ninja Turtles thing with that. This is gonna be his main fur palette. Actually, you know what? We might need to. Let me look at this real quick. I'm gonna look specifically over here. Ooh. Now hang on there. Hang on, I have an idea. He's got kind of Hanna-Barbera feet going on. For his hair, I'm gonna do this palette from Scarecrow. Because I want it to be like kind of a combination of like BTAS and new Batman Adventures. Hey Brave Duel, what's up? And for his skull and stuff, I might actually reference his teeth. Because it's bone and like stuff, so. I think the eyes are just white, so we can keep the eyes white. Horror's version's eyes, I think, are red by default, but, I could try that, but... Oh, maybe. I'll keep it for now. It does kind of look like he's high, but... He inhaled the wrong kind of smoke. But... we might need a darker palette for that, actually. Let me go back to, yeah. Phantasm. Oop. Yeah. It's like a really dark... A big challenge with this style for sure is that it's very clean looking, and my art is very much not that, and that's okay in a lot of ways. You know, sometimes art looks better when it's like kind of sketchy looking. So I don't view that as a fault of myself. I just view it as like when I'm doing a style like Samurai Jack or like Batman Animated Series where I need to like really keep it like nice and clean and kind of like that, it can be a little bit hard. It can be really hard. But, not something I'm incapable of, for sure. I'm more focused on getting, like, the vibe down, too. So it's like... This guy has stripes. Let me see how they look. Okay, they're pretty basic. They're just, like... Just gotta make him a little bit more triangle-y. Yeah. Yeah. I use Clip Studio Paint Pro. No, I don't use Clip Studio Paint Pro. I use Clip Studio Paint EX. I forgot I had the subscription. Is this? Yeah, is this right? Okay. This tool is really helpful because it helps me fill in lines out I wouldn't otherwise be able to get. And for the sake of it too, we're just gonna put a layer behind here. Yeah, that looks really nice now. See how much cleaner that looks? See how much cleaner it looks by default? Like, it's just like... All I had to do was fill in a few colors, and then it's just, yeah. Now we get to the fun part, which is gonna be, well... Fun part for me at least, shading. I really do enjoy the BTAS style shading because it's honestly not that hard at all. You just need to because for the most part it's almost entirely black. Like Like, literally all you gotta do is like that, and then you just do that. You just kind of decrease the opacity. It's just really getting the it down correctly. And I did kind of screw myself a little bit because I probably shouldn't have made it so that the entire like color layer is one layer. That does make things a little bit more challenging, but honestly, I don't mind. I don't mind the challenge. Also, I'm a big sucker for Animal Crossing music, so some makes me happy. Yeah, it looks a little bit better when it's like all the way, honestly. This is tricky because they you also have to shade the inside of the ears. And honestly, I'll also catch a detail I missed here. Yeah, that looks really nice. That looks real nice. Just gonna add a little bit more. Also, I didn't shade that all the way, so I'm gonna rectify that. Make sure this arm is shaded, make sure I get down here. This is nice, this is nice chill. I didn't want to, like, go right back into streaming like Rivals itself again. Because I did just get back, and, you know, like, I don't want to, like, hop on the game after a long time of not playing and just get pissed off on stream again. Like, I don't know. Doesn't seem healthy to do that, so I think this is a more fun exercise. Just got another follower. Mayday Zerg, thank you for following. I probably should shade the mask too, but I'm not sure. What is up, my friend? Thank you for following. See, now it looks real nice. It looks real nice. We really clean that up. Now, the big problem is going to have to be drawing every character close to the same size as Frozen, but I can just resize later. So it's not like a huge issue, actually. Is it on the same layer? I mean, I should probably get this part in here, too. Yeah! Yeah! That looks good. That looks good. That looks really good. Not to glaze myself, I'm just really happy with how this turned out because I was a little bit afraid this would look too scuffed. Get these latter parts of the loincloth, and then I think we're good on 4s, and then we can move on to Zetter. Zetter? I'm not sure what style I want to do for Zetter. I feel like I could do a lot of them. I'm just gonna... Are these also him? What layers are these? Hang on. Active, I don't know where. Oh. They're just dead layers, there's nothing on them. Okay. There's nothing there. It's nothing! So we're gonna call 4s. It was like £7. Oh! So maybe we get a, I talked to like an EU player. Both of those are really good choices. Galvin is like top 3 or something right now, or he's gonna be. If he's not right now, he's gonna be because of how good Sandstorm is doing. Like, and then Lots will probably always be good, or unless they like completely change up the game to where like a lot of his weaknesses are more apparent. I think he's still pretty good. I played him the other day and he felt fine to me, so. Alright, Forz is like, he's way too big. So let me... Fortunately, I'm gonna have to downscale him a little bit for the final artwork, but he's way too big. But what style do I do for Zetter? I have the other ones I want to do in mind, but Zetter is a little bit of a tough one. Forsburn. Yep, there he is. There he is. Forburn. 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 Let's put this in with him too. So if I have to move him around there, the logo doesn't move with him. Draw Zetterburn like a big mouth character? I won't. I don't know, I feel like... I want to do like 2D, but like... I want to do like 2D Madagascar, but I honestly I don't know how like this would translate into. I could definitely make it work, but I don't know if it would look as good if I translated this into 2D. Like, Alex the Lion, what the hell are you doing in my game? Oh, I know what I can do. Alright, this is gonna be a really hard one. But... Cause I haven't done Disney style in a while. All right, we'll try it. We'll try it. It's gonna take up a lot of space though, so beware. Start with an eyebrow. You know, when I was in college, my professor, my animation professor, he was a former Disney animator. He worked on Beauty and the Beast, actually, like the real fucking deal. It was crazy. He was a nice guy, though. In my senior year, he got really into AI, like Gen AI, and I was like, oh. Like, cause I held my tongue. I was just like, I gotta get out of here. Peep my DMs. What am I looking for? Oh my god. I forgot about. Yeah, this is genius. Actually, why didn't I think of this? There you go, there's Zetterburn. That's what it looks like. This is a lion that dares on your shield. And you take 50% if you fuck up a punish against. That's him. I feel like if I look too far into Google Images here, I'm gonna get like gay porn or something. Not that there's anything wrong with that, mind you. But not that there's anything wrong with it. Oh fuck it, I got F-Zero GX in this. I think Zetter has beefier eyebrows actually, because I remember in like the beta like footage, he had no eyebrows. Like Rivals 1, it looked really fucking weird. It looked really fucking weird. They still use this like early. They still use that early design for him, like this is one of the first images they revealed for the game. And then like one of the most used community tier list templates, they like still use this fucking image of him where he has like no eyebrows. It's really fucking weird looking. He looks really weird. Zetter is like low-key the ugliest character in the game, but like that's only because like he was like probably the first one they made. He's a weird looking guy. Like he's just... It'll be funny when they like add his dad or whatever, and he's like, he looks like 10 times better than him. Oh, Disney's tough. Disney is tough. I have to try hard. Is Rivals of Aether any good? Rivals of Aether is probably the best platform fighter out right now that isn't Super Smash Bros. Melee. Or... If you want an alternative to like Melee that is really easy, has casual appeal, well, it's not really easy actually, it's actually quite hard. Yeah, notice I didn't mention Ultimate in that. If you want an alternative that's got furries in it, has like a shit ton of skins that you can get for free, you know, good dev support, good community most of the time. Love you guys. And usually it's on the cheap. It's got casual stuff too. They added Slade. And like Slade's still viable, but he's pretty casual oriented. And they have GUI too now. I love Melee Falcon. Yeah, Melee Falcon's awesome. He's funny. It looks like that one cat. I keep fucking up his mouth. It looks like that one cat that looks like Where is it? What's the name of the cat? I follow the cat on Instagram. It looks like those memes are like those fisheye cats. Where like, yeah, like. It was like Pete. It was like fucking Pete. I just can't wait to hop on some Rivals of Aether 2. Oh boy. I think I figured out how I want to do this now. I should probably be looking at a reference for him. He's probably one of the easier characters to draw, though. Honestly, it's mostly just the hair that trips me up. There's a picture of him. In case you never played Rivals of Aether and you don't know what he looks like, that's what he looks like. That's what I'm gonna try to draw. His hairline is very, very interesting. It like goes up here. Do you have any pictures of him facing to like the left? It's gonna look weird for a few seconds, but I'll turn it around later. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. We're getting a little somewhere. I did kind of fuck up the perspective though. Hang on, let me fix that. Now I'm looking at him from. Now I'm looking at like Simba. Oh, this is Simba Valentine. Now I think about it, this is Simba Valentine. Rest in piss, you fucking shitter. Like. You know, that's a whole story. So before this patch, there was this guy that would always hop on ranked, not even ranked, unranked, and his name was Mustafa Christmas, and his whole thing was he would queue into you, and he would just leave, but he would stay in the queue. So when you tried it and play unranked, he would just sit there and keep unqueuing, like. And then there was another one named Simba Valentine, which was funny because they fucked up the whole reference. It wasn't Mufasa Christmas, it was Mustafa Christmas. So it didn't even make sense why he would be named that. I realized I fucked up the whole nose, so I gotta redo this whole thing. Damn it. This patch introduced a punishment for if you DC too many times on ranked, or maybe in ranked too. I don't remember. That looks wrong too. Yeah. Nose is definitely gonna be the trickiest part of this. I feel it's just a heart shape, but like the way it's like specifically like. That looks a little too big. Billy fucks up drawing a nose part 10,000. There we go. Alright, I think I got that time. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. And we can do like. I'm really challenging myself with some of these styles today. I'm gonna be real. But we got there, we got there. Okay, we got there. That looks much better. That looks way better than the first sketch. Now I gotta draw his hair, which might be a little bit tricky, honestly, because his hair is very intricate. It's like a fire shape. I also have to figure out how to make this like Anthro somehow. And I have to make him smaller because he's really big right now. Let me see how the ears look. I haven't watched Lion King in a while, honestly. Or really any Disney movie, now that I think about it. What's the last Disney movie I watched? Probably Hoppers, if I'm gonna be honest. That was probably the last like Disney adjacent thing I watched, aside if you don't count like Star Wars or Marvel. Because I still consider them like different things, even though they're owned by the same company. Just very different vibes all around. And this looks like a neck, but this is actually what I'm gonna make into his mane. See, that looks pretty good, I'd say. The issue is now I have to draw. The issue is now I have to draw the rest of him. Now I have to draw the rest of, and his head is bigger than the entirety of Forsberg. So he's definitely gonna get downscaled. The song is really good. I kind of prefer the Commodore 64 version. You might know this song from Dilbert 3, because it got remixed for that. It's a good-ass remix, too. It's just funny that's used in that video of all places. I don't know, Anthro Simba? Oh, that looks cursed. I don't know. I don't know about that. You know what? There are plenty of buff men in Disney movies. You know what? I got a good reference point. You know what? Actually, no. Tarzan's a little too lean, I'd say. Tarzan's a little bit too lean to be like... Maybe... Maybe Hercules? We could use, like, Zeus as a reference? I don't know. Zeus, the god of thunder, not Zeus, the goose. Because, like, Xander's pretty buff. Like, you see his pecs. Like, so it's like... And draw him like Fleck. Oh, I could use Gaston, maybe. Now that I think about it. He's so fucking big. I have to downscale him, but... We're gonna say this is Lion King style because of the face, but it's kind of like an amalgamation of, like, Disney. I don't think think people will complain, honestly. I feel like this is a better alternative than drawing like feral Zetterburn. That would be very weird looking. I completely fucked up that hand. Hands are still kind of a weak point for me. I feel like my art style is immediately recognizable by how fucked up I draw hands. That he would not have. I don't think he would have that many fingers anyway. When I think about it. Oh no, he does. Wait, he does. I'm looking right now. He does. What the fuck? Has he had 4 fingers this whole time? I thought he had 3 fingers. That's what I get for not looking, I guess. It's hard to tell when he's fucking mashing on me all the time. I need to draw his wrist is a little bit fat there, but need to draw his cufflinks too. Very important. I'm gonna save this in case we need more room. Yeah, I'm gonna downscale this right now, and then that gives us a little bit more room to Where's that ref I had of? Where's that Zeus ref I had? Hang on. Get my refs mixed up now. There it is. Okay. Does he have pecs? He does. Yeah, he kind of has pecs, but like, he kind of has a 6-pack, but it's very like subdued on his render. This looks so funny looking. He looks so chopped. Hold on a moment. Give me one moment. There you go. Ooh. Need to stand up for a second. Okay. Is there a character in Disney with a belt? Let me see. Yeah, maybe Beast does not wear a belt. Like the wrestling loincloth. I feel like Hercules is probably the best ref. They actually have very similar outfits. The only difference is like Herc wears a shirt. I have no idea what I want to do with the other arm too. Is a little bit. Does Zetter wear any kind of footwear? I feel like I never look at his. Okay, he wears chains on his ankles. I thought he did. I never looked down there. So it's like, is this not something I would, you know, cognitively think about? And I guess I gotta look at Simba again, because I don't... Okay, so they're more like... I see. This looks so fucking stupid, but like, it's accurate. It looks so fucking dumb. Like, Center looks so fucking chopped. He's like, look at him. I'm sorry. This is the truth. This is my revenge for every fucking time he's hit me in like a mistech fucking up smash. Why is this on a different layer than everything? Oh, that's why. I remember why. Okay. Oh, I drew it on the same layer as this. I see. Actually, that's pretty helpful, because, that means I can, like... Because I'm not sure if this will work, so... I'm using this pose as reference right now. I don't know why he's shirtless in this, but it's actually very helpful. It's a little bit of a more boring pose, but a little bit more of a... That's a really chopped one. Because I want to make him look cocky, because that's like kind of his deal. He's a champion, so he's like... There you go. It's like kind of what I want to do. I see the issue with this now. Hang on. These are drawn on the same layer. I can cut this out, and then... Oh, I drew these two on the same layer, so hang on. Let me... make his pose a little bit more dynamic. Just for fun. Need to push this a little bit more. Hang on. Maybe bring her up a little bit, because that'll be helpful. I don't want to, like, directly copy it, but I want to make it look a little nice at least. Challenge is like drawing him in like this anthro style while still making it look like, you know, kind of Lion King-ish. Yeah, so maybe if I switch these out. Yeah, that's a little bit. So I forgot a second cufflink. Hang on. Where's that? Jeez. I think that one took longer than the Batman one. And we still have to color him in. So I'm going to combine these two layers. Hopefully I combine the same layer. Okay, good. And what we're going to do is we're going to look up some color refs. This probably will be the hardest part, because we could do this a few different ways. We could go for like that Disney like kind of promotional style shading, or we could just straight up like do the movie. Cause like this would be hard, but I can do it. It would just be it'd be a little bit tough. Or we could do, honestly, I feel like, honestly, I don't know. I feel like this style's a little bit better for what we're aiming at. So let's do this first. Is there one where it's like... I want to go like DeviantArt and look. There's a lot of DeviantArt references first, damn. DeviantArt does not fucking play about Lion King. Oh, even this one was from... There's like Lion Guard. There's like... I think the main things to keep in mind though are like... the colored lines. I think the lines are colored. Yeah, let me look real quick. Yeah, okay. So we're actually gonna need to do something a little bit unique here. We're gonna need to go across. I'm gonna use a different pen for this. I'll use my felt pen. Let's make it really big, and we'll just go across his mane. Honestly, maybe I should have done this while I was coloring him in, but still. Seems mostly the outer lines are like this though, so it's not gonna be as difficult as it looks. That's probably a different shade. Yeah. Yeah, it's Disney. I figured this was gonna happen. Star on his face and work our way down, you know? This is gonna look really weird for a second, but then I'll make it look better again. Let me look at his face shape. Where's that rough eye out of him? We got a lot of these hanging. There he is. Actually, he follows the Lion King design. Oh, actually probably has whiskers too, now I think about it. He actually follows it pretty well. Like, damn, yeah, that is Simba. That is Simba. Simba. Hold on a moment. It's gonna look a little dark for a bit, which might look weird, but there's a method to my madness, so. But actually, I think this coloring actually makes him look really nice. Makes him kind of pop out. What color are his eyes? They're green? They're green. Real quick, let me give him those whiskers. How many whiskers does Simba have on each? 5? Okay. 1, 2. 1, 2. I also need to make sure that they don't. Yeah. So the ears should be pretty easy because it's just the same color as the skin, or not the skin, the fur, but like, yeah. This looks a little scuffed right now, but then, oh, you know what I should also do? Yellow eyes there, but also for posterity. Yeah, see? See, there is a method to my madness. There's always a method to my madness. Well, now we have the issue of this. Looks a little bit too, yeah. Still worth it though. And then if we go into tonal correction and we do hue, we could theoretically make him look, that looks a little bit more accurate. I mean, like, tone it down a little bit. That's a little bit too green. Yeah, maybe not, actually. I kind of liked it before. Yeah, it looks a little bit better. I kind of like the orange. I have passed my examination! I have passed my examination! I am a fully, truly licensed hairstylist. I have passed my examination! I have passed my examination! I am a truly, fully licensed hairstylist. You know what? For the sake of it, I'm actually gonna make his loincloth not the red it is in game. I'm gonna make it that Hercules like kind of orange. I'm gonna turn this up a little bit because it's very. So it looks a little bit flat right now, but we're gonna add all that shading a little bit later.
Thank you, Marta and Aja, and everybody in that whole Hell Let's God house. This is AJ Whalen. This is AJ Whalen. AJ Whalen. AJ. This is AJ Whalen. I'm in that whole Hell Let's God house. Thank you, Marta and Aja. Thank you, Marta and Aja. Thank you, Marta.
What does this belt look like again? Maybe like a better view of it, because in Rivals 1 it was just a belt. Like a very generic belt, but yeah, it's a little bit more. It's very much a little bit more. Yeah. Yeah. Just gonna get some charcoal and. Here's what I typically use for when I like need to need just color in some lines. Are the outer parts the red? No, yeah, the outer parts are gray. Oh, doesn't he have a tail? Yeah. Should probably include the tail as well. Thankfully, the tail won't be too hard. Where are the lines for this thing? It could look better than that, though. Also kind of looks shitty. Hang on, let me lock in on this. There you go. evil. Shading really can, like, shading and rendering really can make such a difference when it comes to drawing this stuff, because, like, you can draw a good-looking sketch, but, like, you can draw, like, a little bit of a scuff-looking sketch, but then, like, when you get to, like, when it comes down to it, like, actually, no, I'm gonna make this a different color than black, because I feel like black is not the play here. Like, see, that looks just so much nicer now, and all I did was add, like, shading. All I did was add shading. Okay. I'm gonna add some highlights to his hair. Mainly because he's, you know, the fire lion guy, so it's like I want to accentuate that part of him. Yo, Melee Marth can suck it. So true. Are you gonna do all the elements eventually? I'd like to, if people want to see that. Next in line would probably be Earth and then Air, but yeah, I could do all of them. I don't know if you saw, but I did water before. These are the water guys. So now we're on the fire. Probably give him shadows too, but I'll do that when I'm done. I'm really fond of this version of the song. I wish more people were like... Yeah, actually that kind of looks nice. I'll keep it like that. Is that a subscriber? Sandscourge, thank you for subscribing. First sub in a while. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. So let's see, is there anything else I want to do here? I think Zara's pretty much done. So what we'll do is we'll call this folder Zetter base, and then we'll call this Zetter show, and then we're gonna downscale this so he's around Forsberg's size. Hang on, let me see. Yeah. So how close can I get them? Because Forsberg is like a little bit. He's kind of taking below. I'm just gonna look up Lion King logo up here. Ew, 2019. No. Absolutely not. Yeah, we'll say it was a little bit of both. Yeah. Clarin. What do we do with Clarin? Clarin, I could get really funny with Clarin. Not gonna lie, I could get really funny with Clarin. I want to do a simpler style for Clarin, so let me think. You know, I know a really funny one we could... Nah, I want to save that one for Crag, actually. Let me think. Damn, it is hard. Let me think of this. Let me think. Because Clarendon... the next two I'm going to do are a little bit... are already kind of set in stone. I know I could do it. Hang on. Ironically, this might be the hardest one. So first we're going to draw a circle. Actually, I'm going to use my digital brush for this one, because I feel like it'll be a little bit more appropriate. Get up a ref for her. Drag down, I need a higher quality ref than that, please. Thank you, dear. We'll do it this way, too. Mostly for her visor. Honestly, that's like the hardest part. Always when I'm drawing her. I should angle that a little bit lower. That's a little bit blurry, but we can work with that. Honestly, that's not a big issue for me. Main problem is getting this around the head. So it goes a little bit outward and then kind of comes back. You know, I know if I can look up. For reference for what I'm looking for. Oh yeah, TMNT music. I'm sure you can already guess the style. If not, you probably will very soon. Nobody's texted me in the past hour, right? Cool. Oops. Does it go over her entire... Oh, I forgot her little thingy too. Her little group. Can't forget that. Very important part of her. She holds it in her left hand. Okay. Her right hand, I mean. We got another follower coming in. Fortunately, I missed it. But I can see GoBots1990. Thanks for following. We'll figure that out. Does Claire wear gloves? Pretty sure she does. Yeah, she does. She wears pad gloves. Okay. Wears finger gloves. It's always good to check, you know. reminds me I need to go back and look and make sure that, yeah, I'll just keep transparency off, honestly, because, there's gonna be a background at the end, but until we get there, honestly, I don't need you. I mostly keep it off for, like, visual clarity. Okay. I lost what the fucking horizon. Okay. I see drawing her next to the next character will be very funny. That's all I'll say for now. It's hard to find pictures of Clarion where her sword isn't in the way of her, that aren't her, like, default, or, like, fan art. I will do my best. She's a little bit too curvy here. There you go, that's better. A little bit too curvy, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all my Clarion fans. Do I do it? Do I go for Ukawa, or do I go for something else? Let me see. I might go for like Sonic Channel. Also, this music playing at this time is really funny. Actually, using the Rivals 1 sprites might be a good idea for, like, color refs, because they're usually just flat. And we can figure out everything else later. This is like a preliminary color. I'll probably make it a little bit lighter. Yeah, it looks a little bit better. It looks a little bit more accurate to what I'm going for. Too bright. Actually, I have an idea. It's black, but I need a very specific kind of black. Yeah! 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 I am the ultimate life form. Up tilt, up tilt, up tilt, up tilt. Gaze upon my neutral. It will be the last thing you will ever see. Pretty sure her boots are the same color as her outfit. But... oh no, I drew this one wrong there. Damn it. Fuck. Alright. This layer is what I need. We're just gonna... I'm just gonna choose this color. We'll choose that. We'll choose a really light... choose a medium / light gray for the boots. You know, honestly, her gloves are black in the original, but I'm gonna change it to white because it goes more with the style. But I'll keep them like fingernails. Because, you know, why not? You know, why the fuck not? That is the wrong color though. Let me fix that. That is the wrong color. So we're getting somewhere. I'll make this black. Make it like very dark. Yeah. We're just gonna, yep. Do the same thing we've been doing with the correction. Actually, I'm gonna do this on a separate layer. I'm gonna make this. Oh, make this like. I love drops. You do. You know what? Even bigger idea. I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna make this color. I'm gonna go to anti-area scaling. We're gonna turn this down to -3, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some blur. But so it doesn't ruin the transparency, we're gonna add a layer below that's just white. And now see, that looks nice. That looks really nice. Now, how do I want to shade this? Because I could go about this. I could just airbrush it, honestly. I feel like the airbrush is probably. Do I even have an airbrush? I thought I had an airbrush. I do. I think the airbrush would probably look nice. Yeah, just general Sonic style. I was only using Shadow as like a reference for like colors, but yeah. I remembered I did this a long time ago. It's been a while though. I remember I did learn how to shade like Yukawa style long ago, but I might have beaten it out of me. This isn't on the same layer anyway, so it won't work. Oh no, does this only... Oh no, it's only black. Okay. You have to use a different brush then. Oh, not that one. I need like a non-texture one. That might work. We'll just add blur to it. Claren is so tough to fight. She is, yeah, she is definitely, she can be tough, for sure. Is this a Deltarune reference? No. Actually, it is not. But Deltarune adjacent, I guess. Actually, no, I'm gonna put this layer in front of the... And I did it on the same layer, so it's not gonna work. Such a cool style, man. In a way, I get why we had to move on from the Yukawa style after a while, because I mean, it's from the 90s. Everything's gonna be old eventually. Even though people associate it more with the 2000s, I feel, but like, still. Yeah, everyone has to move on eventually. But it's still really fucking cool, I'll be real. I'm pretty sure her outfit has stripes. Let me look real quick. Yes, it does. It's around her. It's around her chest. Not hard, Dad. Just have to be aware the line's already in place is all. Oh. I had to remove this from my playlist. It's not a bad song or anything. It's just like, it's not like stream music, you know? Like, I wouldn't, it's chill, but like, it's a little bit harrowing. There are definitely better songs from Castlevania 4 I could add. See, this is more appropriate. Deep Blue Sea. This is a little bit too big of a gray, though. Hang on, let me... pops out a little bit too much, which is not what we want. So let's yeah, turn that down a little bit. Stuff is a little bit flat. Let me add a little bit more. I think it's missing some gradients, that's probably why. There's a method to my madness here, so... Look at Shadow's face. I see. Okay. Add that, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a slight dark gradient around her muzzle. It's gonna look like give that shadowy effect, and then when we're done with that, what we're gonna do is also we're gonna add a white layer. We're just gonna tone that down a little bit. We're gonna overlay it over the regular. And we're gonna make it slightly blurry, but not too blurry. Cause see, now you got that nice effect that Shadow has around his muzzle, where he's like a little bit, but like not quite. Not quite. See, now that really pops out. The shine. Oh, I should probably also add her blade. I just realized her sword is missing the hilt. And it's also going, the color's a little bit fucked there, but we'll fix that too. Again, trust the process here. It's gonna look a little scuffed for a second, but then it'll make sense when I'm done. Face. Just gonna do that real quick. I'm so glad this song was in the game in Mario Kart World because it's so underrated. Drifting away from WarioWare 1, it's like so good. This was my About Me when you went to my website for the longest time. This was a song that played on my About Me page. I think it's still there if you go to the old style layout. I'm not sure if I removed it or not. I might have removed it because it might have been. I thought it might have been too annoying for people that didn't like the song. Are these just, where's Shadow at? That's what I need to know. I'm gonna put him down here to make it clear he's separate, and then Clarin, same thing. Well, base Clarin anyway. And base, we're just gonna remove these two. Oh, I might need more room. Actually, let me make a copy. We're gonna use a modern logo because that's a modern Clarin. Now I got 3 out of the 5 done. This next one is going to be very funny, though, because also I'm probably going to have to make this bigger, too. Yeah, spoilers, this is what the background's going to look like. Thank you. I thought that was pretty clever myself. This song is so goddamn good. Which of the Rivals characters would give the best step up? Probably Lorena, if I had to be honest. I think Lorena would probably, like... Psh. She'd be like, you know, she'd be like, come here, and then she just... Lorena would be a fun one if I do Earth characters. Which I probably will. This next one's going to look really funny next to Clarin, I will say, because... We're doing kind of a double style, but not really, because they're actually different styles, the same series. If you followed me in my Rivals post, you already know what's coming. Let me make this make sense here. Actually, no, I don't really like that. I might go back to that one, but I don't really like the pose I was doing. I don't remember what this one's from. It's definitely, I'm not looking right now, but it's definitely a Turtles game. Well, maybe not, actually. It's either that or Konami. I consider maybe doing Chowder, but like it couldn't be anything else for locks. I mean, like, come on. Hi, I learned to draw, so I might be able to make meme animations in the future. Any tips on how to improve? I would say, if you're just starting out, I would start by drawing shapes, and then when you get shapes down, or at least as down as you're comfortable with, start taking inspiration or use references from things you like. Like maybe your favorite comics, or like your favorite show, or, you know, movie, really anything, maybe your favorite game. And, you know, be comfortable with, you know, it not looking great at first, because it has to look bad before it looks good, right? Like, I feel like that's the biggest roadmap for a lot of people. They want to get to the good part really fast, and but, you know, it's not about the destination most of the time. It's usually about the journey. And, you know, we're all on our own journeys too. So that would be my first tip. Does Wax have a scar on his trunk? I'm pretty sure he does. He does, yes, he does. He does. I knew I wasn't hallucinating that. Pingus! Pingus! I think I drew him a little bit too shapely. Which, to be fair, Robotnik very much is, but... Let me tone that down a little bit. Let me tone that down. Yeah, he doesn't wear a, Actually, the Egyptian episode is very helpful, because I know how to draw him, like, shirtless. You know, I'm gonna take a little bit of a liberty here. I'm just gonna make, instead of giving him the whole belt, I'm just gonna make it a jewel. Oh yeah, he probably needs his axe too, now that I think about it. That pose is a little bit too basic. I'm gonna just redraw this. I'm not satisfied with this one. I know I can do better. So we're gonna use this as a reference. I'm very sorry you have to see this, but it's actually very helpful. Yeah, we're gonna use this as a reference. When did Dr. Eggman do this? Good question. Hey, Swag. I think it's the same episode where he dresses in a bikini. We're on Locks right now. This is where we've been. Yeah. I'm not forgetting his tusks, by the way. It's just they're easily the hardest part to insert into this design, so it's like that's why I always like kind of hold them off until the end. But I'm already. This is a lot more. This is a lot more cartoony. The air I was exercise. I might do air next. If people are like asking for air, I might do air and then earth. Because I don't know. I wasn't going in any particular order anyway. Someone just really liked the first time I did this. I was like, "Can you do fire rivals next?" I'm like, sure, I'll do it." So I can see more clearly. It's a really pain in the ass because his trunks just block a lot of it. Which makes it kind of a pain in the ass. So that's gonna go over the trunk if I do that. So see, yeah, that looks much nicer. That looks much nicer, much more in style. No, you didn't do anything wrong. I wasn't talking to you. I'm not satisfied with that though. Hang on. They need to go like, they need to be like his mustache. They need to go like over. Yeah. Hi, Weather Channel. Sorry, I got a notification from the Weather Channel. I got it because of the air. Do you remember when the wildfires were happening earlier this? I think it was this month, or like in July. When like the wildfires were happening, so I got the Weather Channel for that, but I've just kind of had it because it's a little bit better than the Apple weather thing. I think it works. It's just I don't know why it keeps sending me notifications. Like, I guess it really likes me. Yeah, earlier this year. I don't remember specifically when, but like, it wasn't that long ago. It was not that long ago, for sure. Because all the fire guys have to have like these fucking cufflinks that are like really annoying to draw, but that's okay. It's worth it. Here, rotate a little bit. Let's see. That looks. Oh, it looked like that. That's his left hand. So if I look at my left hand, yeah, I guess it would. It's just I kind of. Yeah, it would look like that. It's just. Looked a little bit scuffed at first, but I fixed it. Why does Lux have fingers? Now that I think about it, he's an elephant. They don't have fingers. But then again, I guess Doe has fingers, and deer don't have fingers. They have hooves. I was just looking at his models, and I was like, what? Oh, he has fingers. Funny how that works. Deadass, I think I'm gonna have to move him again. Oh, man. And Deadass, I'm gonna have to move him again, because he's getting too big. Oh. No, this one. And then where's the fat? The sexy man. And again, I'm gonna take some liberties with how I draw his loincloth, because it's more stylistically appropriate this way. I hate that panther! I hate that panther! I'm gonna give him a more generic axe because I feel like that fits in more with the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog style. Now comes the fun part, coloring him in. And I'll add a scar when I do this too. It's just one step at a time. The fun part is I don't really have to shade him, because Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog is a very flat art style. But to compensate for that, I might add some like font effects to make him look more in line with style. We're doing AOSTH, but yes, that is true. I could just remove that. It's a little bit more pinkish than that. Yeah. No, like the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, like the show. You know, Robotnik and, you know, Pingus and stuff. That Robotnik. Sad Aim is the one with Jim Cummings Robotnik. Who I also like. Not as much as Pingus Man, but like I appreciate his performance. It's different. I like it. Tell me, Snively, what color is my heart? We're just gonna kind of cheap out. This is gonna be red. I'd say like my top Robotniks are like classic Eggman, AOSTH Robotnik, and then like I do like modern Eggman though. Mike Pollock's politics have kind of gave me a little bit of a sour spot. And then there's Dean Bristow Eggman, who I also really like. Hey Rocco, what's up? Hello. Hey Rocco. Spunky. Ah! Ah! I gotta watch Rocco again. Rocco's a good ass show. Again, the generic axe is a stylistic choice. Boom Eggman is also really good. Alright, let me look very closely. We're gonna go really far in here. Because I need to look at this graph. Let me see how this is shaded. It's like impossible to tell. Okay. I'm just gonna guess. That looks okay. I'm just gonna add a little bit of shading here too. These are gonna be the same color as his teeth. It would technically make sense to make them the same color as his tusks, but I don't think it would look as good. And we gotta add the scar too. Where is it? Yep. It's right there. Gonna add some spit too to make him look like he's really mad. He's fuming. He's fuming. So we're gonna get rid of these two. I don't need those. Oops, where's that Sonic logo? That should be a McLaren. And Locks being this big would probably be accurate, but I'm gonna make him a little bit smaller. Because, just for like, alright. We're gonna do some fun stuff with him, okay? We're gonna make merge selected layers, so now he's just one big layer. Now that looks more authentic, doesn't it? That looks way more authentic. Like, looks more like a cell now. I suppose I should do the same with Fours, but honestly, I like Fours the way it looks right now. And chat, after I add this logo, I will be right back because I'm just going to take a quick bathroom break. Okay? I also get to test out my new BRB section. I think I still have it. Alright, we are back. Thank you for your patience. Just need to use the restroom real quick. Alright, and these are the main 4 that are in Rivals too, but we do have one more to go. We do have one more fire rival to go. If you have played Rivals 1. No, not Artemis. Probably won't need this much space, but just in case. Yeah, Malo. Hey, Caleb. What's good, Katie? And I really have not drawn Malo that much, so I'm gonna have to use a ref for this one, I'm sure. There is Mr. Malo. Get down skin a little bit so I can... Oops. And I did say earlier we were going to do a Nickelodeon one. So this is your chance. Let me make sure. That's a little bit too thin. Actually, Loki, I think the cell brush would Loki be better for this one. Let me use that one instead. You'll add the antennas later. Probably won't look like that. What did I say? I've been saying a lot of stuff. I don't know. Maybe look up something very specific now. So I'm trying to look at like a very specific thing. So there's another angular style that I have to keep in mind. It's not angled like that though. It's like very straight. It's a little bald right now. Let me add a little more. There. Zim. I am Zim! I am Malo! When Malo gets into Rivals 2, if he gets into Rivals 2, I pray he will not be as annoying as Zim is in Razby 2. Those two aren't really correlated, and aside from the fact I'm drawing him right now, but still, better safe than sorry. Yeah, I might look at Randy Cunningham for this, because Randy Cunningham is the same, not the same art style, but very similar. Because it was also a Jonin project. Just for the suit, really. It's like, everything else I'm pretty set on. I'm pretty set on, but I will be a Malo player if he does come out though. This is a fun one. What got me into drawing? I don't know. I just kind of started doing it as a kid, and I never stopped. I think definitely a lot of my influences come down to Nicktoons, Mad Magazine, Club Penguin, Crash Bandicoot. There's definitely more, but those are the first few that come to my mind. You know, Angry Beavers, obviously. I think I know what I want. What's that? Some. Actually, this really is just kind of. It's actually a really good comparison to me. These are very similar characters in terms of like design. It's good that Malo's a Rivals 1 character because I can kind of just use. get real locks for like a few seconds. No more yellowish, actually. Yeah, that's better. I could just do that. That'd be kind of a lazy way out. I think I'll just... I don't think this is a base color, actually. Let me... And no, I didn't forget about the bomb. It's just I'm gonna draw it separate, probably. You know what? I'm actually gonna make a dynamite. What do you think is each Ravels character's favorite candy? I don't know. That's a good question. I have to think really hard about that one. I'm pretty sure this would give me a harder time if I had like if I didn't draw Zim like 500 times already for Nazby. But because I have, like, I feel like this is actually giving me an easier time than if I didn't. Still not like super easy, but definitely easier than it could be. Helps that, to my knowledge, Zim doesn't really have any, like, lights, like, white, like, light shades. It's just on his eyes, which I don't need to draw because... That will probably look better with... Where's my... Where's that base model? Just in case I'll probably shade the bombs too. Why the hell not, you know? We can add light. We can add texture to this. Just cause, you know, why not? I'll check what that says in a second again. Oh, it's just Nightbot. Hey, Nightbot. Hell yeah, Mashu. This is a really good song. Let me look at the eye again. You know what, actually? I'm gonna do something real quick. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Didn't need to do that, but, you know, why not? If we're doing, like, style challenges, you might as well try and get the style best you can. What? There you go. Was it? I had it on, Oh, I probably need to get his eyes, too. I think that. Yeah! That looks real nice. Yeah, I'll shade the dynamite too, cause why not? Why the fuck not? You know? Like, why not? I actually quite like doing the Zimart style. It's nice. It's a nice challenge, but it isn't too challenging for me. So we're just gonna call this to Malo base. Malo base. And we're just gonna bring Locks back so I know how big he has to be. He's gonna be really small. He's... Get this fucking moth out of my face! That's what he's saying. And we're gonna need the Invaders in logo. Which I think actually looks quite nice. We're just gonna put the BG on. I mean, most of them are murderers. I'm gonna do something to make it pop out a little bit more. Oh, hang on. Clarin base copy, Clarin base, and copy this. I'm gonna delete it around the logo because it's not necessary. Force burn is really cool. Oops. There you go. I was like, oops. And real quick, I'm just gonna add my logo because you know what? You know why not? Like, because there's my work, and I would appreciate it if people respected that. So I'm just gonna put like somewhere over here. Or make it really tiny, so it's like only like. So it'll be there. So we're just gonna do that. Just gonna make it like we're gonna make it like 1%, so it doesn't really like it only really show up if you like really make the image. I just all I have to do is I just have to make the entire layer white, and I just use correction and adjust line width, and it just makes this really nice like outer stroke effect. So I'm going to put this in the Rivals Discord, but also I'm going to take this picture. I'm going to open it in another tab. So this is the PNG. Compression not lost, as you can see. You know what, I'm gonna upload this to Twitter and Blue Sky, so just give me a moment, okay? Hang on, I gotta ping somewhere important. Okay, let's check it wasn't that important actually. Alright, and then Twitter is going to be harder because there's 5 characters, so... Well, I guess it does have the carousel, but the carousel sucks. Blue Sky has it too. I'm not sure how to feel about it still. Chat, what do you think? Should I quote retreat the water one too? Do you think people would care? You know what I'll do? I'll just do it as his own post, and in the thread I'll put the water post.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Oh. Guthix, thanks for rating. Thank you, my friend. Just got done a piece here. I'm just posting them to Blue Sky and Twitter now. I do a lot of typing, sorry. In the style of Invader Zim. I'm doing alt text. I like to do alt text for people because it's like, you know, it's nice. Disney's Everburn is so awesome. Thank you. I'm glad people like the Garfield. Fire Rivals. Twitter typically doesn't care, so I don't do it there, but I do go into the settings and block Grok. Honestly, I think posting art on Twitter is like a very big risk. Right now, I don't like doing it that much, but it's like whatever, you know. I got the followings, so it's like, you know, I might as well. Yeah, it does. Which is like the stupid thing. I hate that. I hate this reality that we live in sometimes. Did I post it on Twitter? Oh no. Alright, and they are posted. I'll share them here. I think Twitter's carousel thing is like really stupid though. That's posted on Blue Sky if you want to see that. Make sure to give it a like and a retweet. Help the stream out. I'm gonna delete. You know, we'll do a quick poll on my, we'll do a quick poll on my, Twitch, hang on. Poll. What do we do now? Play Rivals 2? Keep drawing? Or end the stream? And while you're doing that, I will just kind of doodle some stuff. If you're on YouTube, go Twitch real quick and vote. Two votes so far. Hell yeah, Mario Kart Wii. I could also play Nazby 2 since I haven't played Nazby 2 in like a millennia, but...
I don't know what to write for this, honestly.
I forgot I put that in. The DK Wiimote sound. Oh my god. So we got 2 votes. Play Rivals 2 or Keep Drawing. Both won. So, instead, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna flip a coin, okay? Heads, we play Rivals 2. Tails, I changed the stream genre and I just keep drawing. Let's do a twin. We're all two-faced now. We're gonna do a coin flip, okay? Tails. We're gonna keep drawing. How long has it been? Wow, it's been 3 hours? Jeez, I might play Rivals 2 actually. I recommend getting an ad blocker if you're on mobile, subscribing. Not only does subscribing help the stream, but it also gets rid of the ads, I think. So... we're drawing. We're gonna keep drawing. Subbing does get rid of the ads, yep. So please subscribe. I will be courteous and change the genre since I might not draw entirely Rivals characters now. I will stream Rivals at some point. I do want to stream it again, but I gotta get back into my groove with it first. Holy shit. I don't know, I felt like drawing a American Sonic for a second. Yeah, right. Yeah, Twitch is getting really greedy with the ads. I'm not sure if I'm a fan. Yeah, that's my problem with it too, and why I don't stream it as much as I'd like to. It runs really bad if anything else is in the background. And I've tried. I've genuinely tried. I've tried, you know, decreasing my bitrate, which kind of helped. I tried, you know, I have it all on low. I'm running it on an SSD. All the steps I was supposed to take. It's like, you did everything you're supposed to and it still doesn't work. It's like, okay. So I mostly play it off stream these days, but still a big fan. Just really needs... You know what? I'll tempt fate. I'll play Rivals, maybe. Mayhaps. Low around Chud. Yep, that's my son, the goober. You'd be really fun to play on stream one day. Project Plus. That'd be really fun to stream one day. Homestar Runner D. I don't know, I just like drawing wildies, they're very cute. I'm a big fan of drawing DD. I did just do a commission. I can't share it yet because it's not out yet. But I really enjoyed doing it. Confidential. But. I have a new 3DS XL. Though to be fair, I got like 10 years ago, not now, but it's probably more expensive now. But My critter? Oh, like my son? Thank you. Appreciate that. Tonight, you. I was playing just Project Plus against the CPU last night. It was fun. I wish I had rollback, but I understand that that's not an easy task. Thief. What else should I draw today? I know that draw. Nina. I need to play more Nina. Really good game. It's just time as well. Do I have any like references for my Sona? Yes, I do. If you go on my server, you go into Delia Seas. It is Fritter. You know what, chat? I think I'm gonna head for a night. I'll raid. Let me see if I can raid. But we can stream again tomorrow. I will raid. Let me see if I can raid here. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap up for tonight. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by a toe. If your hollows let him go, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. We're gonna raid Zeke. Good old Zeke. It's only 5 p.m., so it's not quite night yet, but yeah, it's like, it's getting to that point where I'm like, I'm running out of steam for stream. So I'll do it again tomorrow, maybe. But I hope you all are... Hope you're all well, and I hope you have a great night, or day, or whatever's left. And I will see you next time. I'm gonna do the raid now. See ya! And if you're on my YouTube, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.